Hi everyone! Sorry it's been like so crazy busy lately and I didn't get a video up sooner. I try really hard to get it up at least once a week, but every time I was gonna like do a video, something came up. Like I had a crazy day on, was it Sunday, and I totally was gonna bring my camera to vlog everything because of how nuts it was gonna be. And then I just completely like left the camera at my house when I was rushing out to get to a party, so that was a fail. And then just this week has been so busy. I don't even know why. Like I had a party on Wednesday, but that was kind of it, and I was gonna do a get ready with me, but I started to get ready, forgot the camera, and then I was like, you know what? At this point, like, it's just, I can't. So, I'm also, I know I've promised a makeup tutorial a few times, and I promise you I am working on it. I almost have it perfected. I think I know who I'm gonna do next. So, I just have to get like a few more products that I think would work really well for the character that I want to do. So I promise you guys I will get a makeup tutorial up at some point next week, hopefully. So today I decided to give you guys a little tips and tricks about Princess Party Organization and how to make it through a crazy weekend since I just had one. So yeah, basically this is going to be a little vlog about how I keep myself organized with parties and how I make it through my weekends. Like sometimes they're really long weekends and you don't know how you're going to survive like 6 parties in one weekend, so you gotta figure it out somehow. So yeah, I think I'll start with the organization aspect. So what I do for organization is I like to have everything in like one place. So what I started doing was I found a thing of index cards, and it looks like this. So this is my like original one. And I started writing down everything in here for specific parties, and I'll get into that in a second. But this one started falling apart, so I needed a new one. So I found this one, and it's much prettier, and it also has like a little elastic here, and the back is actually cardboard, not just a regular index card. So basically, what do I use these for? So when I get a booking, we have, he's technically the CEO of the company. So the company that I work for is actually an umbrella off of another company. So there's a very large company in the Boston area called Urban Circus Events, and the company I work for is Boston Princess Parties, which is a branch off of Urban Circus Events. And the whole Urban Circus Events thing does, you know, clowns, magicians, rentals of things like fur characters, stuff like that. But our wing of Boston Princess Parties is the one that specializes in princess and superhero parties. So what the CEO will do is he will send me emails, and I'll pull one up for you guys right now actually. He'll send me an email, and it will, let me find one. Okay, so here's one that I have in August already. So the title of the email, like the subject of it, will say the date, which is August 15th, and it'll say the character I am, and I'll be playing Ariel that day, the time, which is at 2:30, and then it also gives the location. I'm going to leave that like out though, so that I don't like do any privacy things. So once I open the email, so our email looks a little bit like this. So once I open the email, it'll say, here's the details, and it'll say your princess character is Ariel. Give me the date again. It'll give me the time again from 2:30 to 3:45. It'll tell me who the caller was. It'll give me the caller's contact information, like the phone numbers, and sometimes it'll also give me like another person that I could contact in case of needing to. It'll tell me the birthday child's name, so this little girl's name is Julia, and it'll tell me the number of children. There's going to be 12 of them there. It's for the child's 4th birthday, that's the occasion, and it'll give me the location, and it seems like this is at like an apartment complex in Massachusetts. So then under the location, I'll get the address and I'll get the town. So what I do with this is I then transcribe it into this. So what I'll do is, I think I have this one in here. I do. Okay, so I have it in here by weekend. So this would be the weekend of August 15th to 16th. So basically I'll put it in like this. So it'll have the date, I'll have my character and time, I'll have the child's name, I'll have the occasion. Again, that's when under the occasion, I'll put the address and the town. And then what I do is I put the number of miles that it's going to take me to get from my starting location, which is my house at this point, to the party location. So it'll be about 20.8 miles. And the reason I do this is because in the state of Massachusetts, I'm considered a contractor. So basically anything that I need to spend my money on, I can get like tax deductions for. So I always need to write down the number of miles that I'm going like to and from. I also keep track at the end of the year about how much like Easy Pass I've used and like how much that costs, and then I end up putting all of that into my like tax return. So that's what I do with these, and I'll show you guys. I have where's another weekend that's like more full? Let me find one for you. Where was a really full weekend for me? Was the beginning of June. Where are you? There it is. Okay, so June 6th to 7th, I had a crazy amount of weekends. So here you see that I have on June 6th, I had an Elsa at 10:30. And then I gave all my information about like that specific party. And then at 2:30 that same day, I had another Elsa party. And then again, put all of that information. But this time I did, for the mileage, I did from the first location to the second one. Also on June 6th, I had a Princess Anna party at 6 o'clock, and I put all that information. And then June 7th, I had an Ariel party at 11 a.m., so that was this Sunday. And that was a 2-hour party, so I made sure to write that it was 2 hours. And then again, on June 7th, I had another Ariel party at 2:30. Again, I wrote the mileage from the previous party down. So that's what I use to kind of keep everything in like one spot, really. And it's like easy to pull out and carry with me. So I think it's way easier than having to go through my phone and like find the emails, because I actually like my emails are like not in any order. So like I don't have it like, or it's not ordered by weekend, because I have emails now that aren't until August, but I already have them. So it's never in order. So it's a lot easier. The minute that I get the booking, I take out my little book, write it down, and then I always take this with me to the parties because it has all of the information and it's not that hard to like take around and like read. So that's the first thing I do for my organization. The second thing I do is, like I said, because I'm considered a contractor, a lot of things that I buy for the job every year can be tax deductible. So what I do is I take my receipts and I put them in a handy dandy thing like this. Princess Party receipts for 2015. It's just one of those like accordion files, and then I separate my receipts into categories in here, as in like makeup, equipment, stuff like that. So I'll make sure to keep the receipts, and on the receipt I'll also write exactly what it's for. So that's another thing that I do to keep organized. Let's see, I have everything written down because I'm being organized. So another thing that I do is in my princess party room, which is really the guest room in my house, I have all of my wigs on the dresser, and they are all on wig heads like this. So I will show you one of them. So here's Ariel, and she's chilling on this wig head, and basically I just line them all up, because what it does is it keeps them nice and like neat. You can see she looks pretty good. I leave her accessories with her and everything, and I just line them up on the dresser. So that's something I also do to keep organized, is make sure that all my wigs are on a wig head lined up on the dresser. Otherwise, if they stay in bags for too long, they can start to get really messy, and that's not fun to try and detangle and stuff like that. I mean, obviously you need to restyle wigs, but if you don't necessarily have to, don't like force yourself to by leaving it in a bag for 4 days and taking it out and realizing the day of the party that it's a mess, because that would not be very fun. So another thing that I do again is I use the closet. I hang all of my costumes up, and accessories usually are together. So, you know, I'll hang up Rapunzel, all of Anna's stuff together, so her dress, her undershirt, her cape will all be on one hanger as one complete outfit. She's really the only one that I have that has multiple like pieces to it. All the other ones are really just like dresses on hangers, so I always leave those hung up in a closet. I have a steamer that I bought, and it's not expensive, guys, to get a steamer, like at all, and it has worked wonders. It is so great to be able to go and like steam the dresses out, steam the wrinkles out. It's way easier than trying to iron them, and it also keeps them really nice and neat. So again, make sure you keep them nice and hung up on a hanger in a closet or somewhere so they don't get wrinkly or anything like that. And if you like, try and invest in a steamer in case it does get wrinkly. So I guess what I'm also going to talk about too, so that was my like organization thing. So what I do mean organization wise is I have the little index sheet, I have the thing for the receipts, I leave all my wigs on wig heads on a stand, and I also put all of my dresses in a closet hung up. Oh, another thing that I just recently bought is I bought myself a life planner from Erin Condren, and it hasn't come in yet, but it's almost going to be here. It's already shipped. Reason being is I am still in school. I am in nursing school, and it is crazy to sometimes have so many separate things. So I got myself a life planner to make sure that I can plan, you know, when I have things due for school, and definitely put in when my parties are so that I can plan my time accordingly when school stuff needs to be done. So everything is in one place, side by side. I know when I have a party, I know when I have things due, I know when I have clinical, it'll all be in one place at once. So that will be really good. I'm really excited to get it. And actually I saw it on Charlotte's Instagram, and that's how I found out about Erin Condren. So yeah. So the next thing I'm going to talk about, and sorry if this is going to get a little long and ranty, but I'll try and make this part quick, is things that I do to get through a weekend, which I'm telling you, on like on long party weekends, it can be a kind of a drag to get out of bed and get yourself ready and all of that fun stuff. So what I do, the number one thing that I do on a day that I know I have lots of parties, is the night before I will go and get gas. I will fill my tank with gas completely, so I don't have any worries about any traffic, any running out of gas, anything. So I will go the night before. Sometimes if the party isn't until later in the afternoon, I'll go earlier in the day and fill my tank. But every time I go to a party, it doesn't matter how close or how far away it is, I will have a full tank of gas. Just because, like I said, you never know what's going to happen, and you don't want to be stuck in traffic thinking that you had enough gas, and then all of a sudden you're stuck in traffic and your gas is gone and you're dressed like a princess, because I drive in costume. It makes it easier. And then what do? You're stuck on the side of the road. So definitely try and get your gas. If you're driving yourself, try and get your gas the night before, or if the party's not till a little later, get it earlier in the morning just to get it done and over with. I also bring a bag of stuff. So I have like a big just tote bag of stuff that I bring, so I will always include other costumes. So what I'll do with that is I'll have separate bags for the other costumes, and they are usually labeled by character. So if I have an Elsa during the day and then later on I have Rapunzel, I will drive as Elsa, but I will have all of my Rapunzel stuff in its bag all together. Accessories, hair, dress, wig, all in its own bag in my backseat. So that's one thing that I do. I also bring myself a change of clothes. So usually it's just like a dress or a romper right now because it's the summer and it's really easy to throw on. Because if I need to get out of the car for any reason possible, I do have something that's not a princess costume. Also, you know, after a party, if it's my last one of the day, I don't really like to drive home in costume because it's been a long day, so I'll throw it on and drive home in it. But it's also really good if you have bathroom stops, like if you have a really long day and you need to go to the bathroom in between, it's great because you just throw it on and you don't have to go like in character and like panic because you need to pee and you can't. So I always have a change of clothes with me. I also have shoes with me, so like I said, any character shoe that needs to go with the character will go in another separate bag. I bring myself a pair of Toms or flip-flops or sneakers or something of my own to drive in once I'm done for the day, or, you know, again, in the case of something happening and you needing to change your clothes. I also bring body care, i.e. deodorant and body spray and fun things like that, because let's face it, you don't ever want to smell. So if you need to change costumes in the car, which you have to do a lot as a party princess, make sure you put deodorant on and make sure you put on some more body spray, especially during the summer because it's really hot, and for me, most of the parties are outside now because Massachusetts had a really bad winter. So I always have body care. I also always have makeup. So I will always bring all of my makeup with me, which is horrible because I have so much of it. But I'll always bring all of it because you never know if you need to touch anything up. You never, you know, if you have to change character, you have everything with you. I usually like to do makeup based on each character, so I'll make time in between parties to redo the makeup. So I also always bring my makeup with me. Probably the most like important thing and my saving grace on party days is coffee. Like, so much coffee. Like, I get myself a coffee in the morning while I'm getting ready. I am drinking coffee. And then sometimes if I have multiple parties, I will change my clothes and I will stop to use the bathroom and I will find a coffee shop. And that is where I will use the bathroom and get myself coffee. So I drink so much coffee on party days, and if I didn't have coffee, I don't think I'd make it. Another thing that's super important, especially for the summer, is to make sure that you have water with you. Leave Gatorade in the car, extra water bottles or a cooler of waters and Gatorade, because the last thing you want to do is get dehydrated. I'm a nursing student, so I know, don't get dehydrated. I even tell the kids when we're outside, because sometimes they don't think about it, I'll always remember to tell them to hydrate, because most of the time they're so excited that they don't think to drink anything, and we don't want anyone passing out. And especially as a princess, and all the makeup, the costumes, the wigs, the everything, it gets hot really quickly and you don't want to pass out. So also in the car you should leave some snacks. I really like frozen grapes to leave in the car because A, it helps you cool down, and B, it doesn't go bad sitting in the car. As well as like granola bars and stuff like that. I'll always keep those in the car with me on party days as well. I'll also bring a towel, so in case I can't change out a costume and I need to like eat a snack or something like that, I'll just throw the towel on top of me so that I don't get it all over me, because that would be really bad. And then I also have one of those like sun blockers. It's like the silver ones that go in the front windshield, so that when if you get somewhere early and you need to hide or you need to change your clothes or something in the car, block it so that no one sees you, because that's no fun. And the last thing that I always keep in a car is what I call my car kit. And basically I leave it in my glove compartment. It's just a little, you know, bag of stuff. I would have brought it out, but I forgot. Basically what it has in it is like a mini sewing kit in case anything happens to a costume, a bunch of safety pins, again, in case anything happens to a costume, bobby pins, because those are always super important. It also has a little trial of Febreze in case you need to Febreze any costumes or something like that, and the body spray doesn't cover it. It also has, I think it's Gain or Febreze wrinkle eraser. It's again a little bottle. It'll take wrinkles out. I mean, and they're not the best, but it'll take them out. You just spray it and like stretch out the wrinkles and they'll come out. It's a little bottle. I have that, and I also have, oh my goodness, what am I forgetting? I'm forgetting something. Oh, stain remover. So I always have either a Tide to Go stick or they have stain remover cloths because I do face painting at parties. There's kids that have cake frosting hands and food hands. There's mud sometimes outside. So I always have like a spot taker outer. God. So yeah, so that is all of my how I stay organized / how do I make it through a weekend, and I'm glad you guys watched this and watched me rant. I hope that some of my tips and tricks can help you. If you have any of your own, make sure to leave some in the comments below. I'd love to hear it if I can add anything. Like I said, I am almost perfect on that makeup tutorial and I will get it to you hopefully next week. Fingers crossed that it works out. And if you like my videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and like the video, and have a great rest of your Friday and happy princessing weekend, because the weekend is tomorrow. So happy princessing, everybody. Bye.